Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Nero here. In this video, we're going to take a look at the two new heroes. Let's take a look at Mehira, the Mind Cager, and let's talk about the other Wilder hero later. He's a tank, okay? Let's take a look at her first skill, or her ultimate skill, Mesmerize. So, Mahira entrances all enemy heroes, which causes them to start attacking each other with their normal attacks for 4 seconds. At level 2, while entranced, enemies will not recover energy when attacked, and at level 3, um, enemies are marked for 5 seconds. So, again, I have already discussed this from my previous video. It's like Nemora's charm, however, all enemies are targeted. Okay, so, and the good thing is, it's 5 seconds. Plus, they won't regain or recover energy while they're being attacked. So, it's really a nice skill. Alright, so let's take a look at the second skill, Whiplash. Mahira uses her whip to deal 120% AoE damage to everyone in front of her, including her allies. If this ability inflicts damage upon any of her allies, they will recover 65 energy and their haste will increase by 40% for 8 seconds. So at level 2, damage is increased by up to 125%. At level 3, 50% of the damage inflicted by this ability is converted into health for Mehira. So this at level 3, this will make Mehira a life leecher. So yeah, nice. Okay, at level 4, damage is increased by up to 130%. A pretty decent skill for energy and haste. And let's take a look at the third skill. Infatuation deals 60% damage to a single enemy target and reduces the damage Mahira may receive from the enemy by 40% for 10 seconds. Simultaneously, Mahira will leech 3% of the enemy's current health to restore her own. At level 2, enemies are marked for 12 seconds. At level 3, damage is increased by up to 80%. So, this is a good skill for survivability, especially if you're against an enemy carry or if it's 1v1. So, looking at the fourth skill, it's Hellspawn. At the beginning of battles, Mihira will sacrifice 60% of her current health to summon 3 minions, which will automatically attack her enemies for 65% damage. After returning from an attack, the minions will convert 30% of the damage they have inflicted upon their enemies back to Mahira as health, and if Mahira receives any fatal damage, she will sacrifice a minion in order to restore 25% of her maximum health. At level 2, damage is increased by up to 70%. At level 3, damage is increased by up to 75%. So basically, she sacrifices 60% of her current health at the beginning of the battle in exchange for extra damage and life leech, and also a total of 75% health. Because every time she receives a fatal damage, her minions can be sacrificed for 25% health each. Okay? So, yeah, all in all, I think she's a good hero. And looking at her stats, her total power is 375k. And if you may notice, she's got a lot of health and also high defense as well. Alright, so let's take a look at her in action. So, at the beginning of the battle, she activated her fourth skill, Hellspawn. As you can see, her health went down to 60% and easily went back up. Okay, because every time her minions attack, she gains health when they return to her. right? And look at her ult. Looks pretty nice. Okay. Okay, so if you may notice as well, she's gaining a lot of health. So she's like Shamira, gaining a lot of health. But comparing to Shamira, the health she gains is a lot less. But still, it's life leech. Okay. See that her um, allies gained haste when she activated her second skill. Okay. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied in the performance of this hero so far. But yeah, it will be hard to ascend her. Anyways, let's try to compare her stats with other heroes. So there we go. Here's Belinda, and here's Chimera. And let's take a look at Gorvo as well. So if you may notice, her stats and Gorvo's stats are pretty close. So she seems pretty tanky as well. Speaking of Gorvo, so let's take a look at him. So this is Gorvo the Indomitable. He is the newest Wilder tank. Alright, so he looks like an armadillo or like a tortoise perhaps. Anyways, let's take a look at his first skill, Battle Cry. So this is his ult. Gorvo roars angrily, dealing 130% to all enemies. Gorvo's roar is able to taunt enemies within a certain radius into targeting him with normal attacks for 5 seconds. Gorvo is also able to deflect 60% of the damage he receives back to the enemies while this ability is active. Now, at level 2, taunt duration is increased to 6 seconds. At level 3, proportion of the damage deflected is increased to 90%. So, he's looking at this skill, he seems like pretty good in absorbing damage. Alright, and also, aside from absorbing damage, he also deflects the damage he receives. So, yeah, pretty good skill. Second skill is Dive Bomb. Gorvo assails his enemies by leaping into the air and dive bombing into their midst, inflicting 160% AoE damage on any enemy close enough to him. The ability also leaves the enemy stunned for 2 seconds. Gorvo cannot be targeted while using this ability. At level 2, stun duration is increased to 2.5 seconds, and level 3 and level 4 will increase the damage up to 210%. Alright, so this is looking good because aside from his ult, he has another CC skill, so that gives him 2 CC skills for now. So yeah, so far I'm loving this hero. Okay, so looking at his third skill, Garbo charges his Warhammer up every 8 seconds, causing the following attack to become a critical strike that deals AoE damage to nearby enemies, leaving them stunned for 2 seconds. So, another CC. Okay, so this hero could be the king of CC in this game. Anyways, at level 2, Hammer is charged up every 6 seconds. So that means that every 6 seconds, your enemies will be stunned. So at level 3, duration is increased to 3 seconds. So in my opinion, this hero looks really nice. looking at his first three skills, they are all CC. So yeah, and if you pair him with with Nemora, Tassi, and Olmus, then what will happen to the enemies? Alright, so his fourth skill, Shell Shield. After entering the battlefield, Gorvo casts a shield around himself that is equal to 40% of his maximum health, which lasts for 6 seconds. The shield is also activated every time Gorvo uses his ultimate ability. Shield duration is increased to 8 seconds, and at level 3, shield equals 50% of Gorvo's max health. So this is a combo with his ult, so you don't have to worry about getting damaged when he taunts the enemy heroes. Anyways, let's take a look at him in action. So there, look at him stunning his enemies. Okay, so there, after a stun, he stuns again the enemy, and then after which he will taunt the enemies. Okay, and another stun, then taunt. See him, look at him crowd controlling the enemies. So yeah, looking at this hero, um, I'm really loving him right now. No homo though. Alright. Okay, there. It's nice seeing him stunning the enemies. There you go, another stun. Okay. Anyway, so let's take a look at his stats, alright, and compare it to other heroes. And you be the judge if he's good or not. Okay? So, here you go. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified with my newest videos, okay? So you have a good day guys. Cheers.